Hey everybody, welcome to the Biker Baker and Mr. Smith's channel. Today we are going to do 3 different kinds of Christmas candy. And you know, it doesn't have to be Christmas to make it because I make it year round. So we're going to be doing peanut butter fudge for the first one. I have 1.5 sticks of butter in my pan. And then we're going to put in 3 cups of sugar and 2/3 cup of evaporated milk. Not sweetened condensed, but just evaporated like carnation, okay? We're going to stir all that together, let that melt. If you do not stir it in this stage, which I learned years ago, I just put it on like that and waiting on the butter to melt, and it was grainy. So you got to make sure you stir that sugar up before the butter melts and everything. Just one little tip. That's the only time I've ever had it grainy, and that's the only thing I didn't do. So you got to make sure you get that all stirred up first. And this is something that you have to continually to stir. Right now it's still cold, but once it starts getting warm, or it'll burn. Or I have one of them little food vibrator things you put in there. It's got 3 feet on it. And it will jiggle it, like you could make jello with it, anything that you want to keep moving. You can do that and walk away for a little bit until it really starts rapidly boiling, and then you'll need to check it and take it out and manually stir it. So this is going to be peanut butter fudge. It is the fantasy fudge recipe. I've made hundreds of pounds of this, and everybody loves it. I only cook it to 230, between 235 and 238 degrees, because we like it nice and creamy and soft. I do have somebody who buys it off of me who wants it chalky, so they want it cooked extra long. I don't like it that way. We like it creamy. So we're going to get this melting and boiling, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, it's boiling rapidly, as you can see. We're continuing to stir, and we are almost at 225, and this is what it looks like. It'll start getting thicker. You want to do it to softball stage. You can go up to 238 if you want, and a couple degrees higher if, like I said, if you want it a little more solid. But we like ours just tender and soft. And put it in your mouth, you don't even have to chew, it just melts in your mouth.
So good.
So we're almost there, and then we're going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla, a 7-ounce jar of marshmallow cream. I think it's 7. Let's make sure. Yep, 7 ounces. And then about, this I don't measure, I just plop it. So a half to about 3/4 cup of peanut butter. So whatever you want on that part, okay? And this is just regular creamy, but I have this as peanut butter and chocolate, which I'm going to make one out of that. That'd be like a Buckeye fudge. Wouldn't that be good? They have a white chocolate peanut butter made by the Peanut Butter Company, and that is excellent. I have used that for fudge. So we're at 225 right now. So it's climbing. We just got a little bit more to go. You see how it's starting to get even thicker just from when I come on here.
So does that make it softer when it goes up to the higher temperature?
No. If at 235 or 8 where I normally do it, that's soft. The higher it cooks, the harder it gets.
Okay.
It goes on to a hard ball, and you know, the less temperature. But you got to get it at least to that 235 or 8, right around there, for it to actually set up. Anything above that, it gets harder.
And anything below that, it won't set up.
Right. That's the reason why you got to get it up to that certain temperature. Good question. And then hard tack candy, it goes up to over 300 or 300, and peanut butter. So, which is the other 2 videos in this session here. Christmas is coming. Everybody's getting ready. Need to find some recipes. And you know, guys, I only do easy recipes. So I've seen people do these hard ones. I'm like, nope. Stuff you don't even know what's in. I'm like, no, that's not for me. Let's find some easy recipes.
But they're all delicious.
Well, probably.
No, I mean the ones you
Oh,
make.
yeah. The ones I
Easy.
make. Yeah. Yeah.
We know that because we've had them.
These are tested.
And approved.
This is what my mom used to make. And she made, my dad, he liked the more chalky fudge, like the Hershey one, where you have to stir and stir and stir and stir until it gets glossy.
Mm-hmm.
That was my dad's favorite. I think he liked it because nobody else liked it, so he had the whole pan to himself. We all like this. And the recipe also is on this jet puffed marshmallow. It's called Fantasy Fudge. So a lot of people don't like to stand here and stir them, so they just do some like sweetened condensed milk and chocolate chips and just melt those together, which makes a fudge. Or I've seen them with the icing and chocolate chips. Is that what it was?
It's not good.
Yeah, he's tried that, he said, and he didn't like that. I've never made that one, but the sweetened condensed milk is good. Because I made that pecan fudge. That was good. With the white chocolate chips. And caramel.
I'm Billy and I approve this recipe.
Yes, he does. Everybody loves the peanut butter.
Oh, so good.
Unless you're allergic to peanuts and you don't want nowhere around it.
I would hate to be that. I'm thankful that I can eat this.
We've got a couple more degrees and then we'll be there. When you have your thermometer in there, make sure it doesn't touch the bottom. That will give you a wrong reading for sure. See, it's starting to get even thicker and boil down.
I see that.
It's almost there.
So when you add the peanut butter in it, it'll thicken up.
The marshmallow cream. Let's see. I have a pan here, just a small pan with some parchment paper on it. So we'll turn that off.
That looks like one serving.
For you, yeah. And then we're going to put in, let's go ahead and put in our peanut butter. Like I said, I just put about that much. And then that much again. So,
Well, you've done it so much that you don't have to measure.
yeah, it depends on how you want it. It's half to 3/4 cup of peanut butter. And then we're going to put in some vanilla. And the marshmallow cream. And guys, if you want to put nuts in this, you can go ahead and put nuts, but we like this one creamy. The chocolate, we like nuts in. But the peanut butter, we just like it creamy. And if you use your spoon that you've been stirring with into this marshmallow cream, it comes
Nice and
out
hot.
like butter. See?
Because your spoon's already hot.
You're right. And it comes right on out. I had somebody comment one time and they were like, how did you get that marshmallow cream to come out so easy? Well, it's because my spoon's hot. That's probably why. So now you just stir and stir and stir and stir until it gets all mixed up. And that's it. Simple. Billy always wants the pan and the spoon. Have to leave him some in it. Can you see it? Okay.
We got you covered, sister.
Hey. We're going to make up some trays to take to people. So this candy we're making here is going to be on them.
Looking good.
It smells good.
I like peanut butter.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you got a strong arm. Before I had shoulder surgery, I used to have somebody come and stir it for me. I'm like, I can't do it because it takes a while to get it all mixed up. And then if you're making chocolate and you use a bag of chocolate chips, try to get the miniature ones because you're going to use a whole bag if you're doing chocolate instead of the peanut butter, okay? Make sure you get the mini chocolate chips if you can because it doesn't take as much stirring for them to melt.
They melt much faster?
The small ones melt faster, yeah. And if you have fine peanut butter chocolate chips, you can use those in here. I particularly do not like the peanut butter chocolate chip or peanut butter chips. So that's the reason why I use real peanut butter.
And we love Jeff.
As you can tell, because this is Jeff too. Peanut butter chocolate, guys.
Well, that's going to be good.
Yeah, I was going to make that one. I was like, no, let's just do peanut butter and tell them about that. All right. I know people say, water that. It still didn't help. Put that down in there.
It'll lay down when you pour that on it.
Yep. I still see some marshmallow. All right.
Oh, liquid delicious.
Liquid gold right there for him. All right, guys, and we're just going to let this sit, and when we get all of them done, we'll do a taste test on every one of them.
Yeah, man.
Wonder if we'll do that. Both of them.
Probably.
All right, guys, so stay tuned for the next video. Hey guys, this is number 2 recipe. We're doing peanut brittle. So easy, guys. I was afraid of it for years, and then I made it once. I'm like, why was I afraid of it? It's so easy. So first off, we're going to turn our heat on, and we're going to put in 1 cup of sugar. Bam!
And guys, this is the really good peanut brittle. It's not real hard. It's kind of a soft. So it's very, very good.
It's crunchy, but it won't break your teeth.
Right.
That kind of hard. Okay, so sugar. I have a 1/4 cup of water and a 1/4 cup of light corn syrup. Whatever brand you choose. This stuff's so expensive this year. But it just takes a 1/4 cup. So.
Everything's expensive. The last
Syrup.
4 years.
Oh, yeah. And then salt is a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's going in. And 1 tablespoon of butter.
Butter.
So we're going to get this to boiling. After this starts boiling, then we're going to put in 1 cup of raw nuts. These are Spanish peanuts I think I got at, I know I got them at Rural King, and they're cheaper there, guys, if you have a Rural King and you want to make this. I don't remember what they were, but I've looked around. I couldn't even find them at some stores, but Rural King has the raw Spanish peanuts.
And we've gotten them out to Amish.
We have gotten them at the Amish.
But I think Rural King was cheaper.
Yeah, I've tried to look for them at Walmart and different places, and I couldn't find them. I was like, man, where am I going to find them at? We walked in Rural King looking, like, oh, wasn't even looking for them, but there they were. So I had to get like 4 bags. Sometimes I have to make this twice a week, I was.
Yeah. It's too good.
We can eat 1 batch at one time.
In one setting.
Because it's so good. We take it on vacation when we go. We always make sure we have a batch made.
It's a nice snack on the road.
So we get this to boil, and then we're going to put in the 1 cup of nuts. Of course, you know, I got mine a little heaping. So
Can't hurt.
And then after this, we put the nuts in. You continually to stir it then. And that gets that brown color with the nuts and the flavor, and it gets yummy. And then you're going to cook it to 300 on your thermometer. Your candy thermometer. This is the one I have. think you can get these anywhere.
You're probably due for a new one.
Probably. I have an old one, or I did have a real old one. That was my mom's because she made candy. And my sister washed dishes one time for me and submerged the whole thing and ruined it. So, because this top part here, water got inside the bowl down in there. So, like, well, can't use that now.
You can only wash it on the outside. And very gently. I leave that for Miss Connie so I don't mess it up.
Yeah. All right, we're boiling in here. Guys, it doesn't take very long for this at all. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit though, because I do have it up. So we're going to put in 1 cup of the Spanish raw peanuts. I had some one time because I couldn't find the raw, so I just used regular peanuts, and it smelled burnt. I was making a double batch, so I just doubled it, and you can't do that when they're not raw. It burns the peanuts. So this we just leave on here until, well, we got to stir it till it reaches 300. Then we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. That's it, guys. I keep everything normally here of that, and you know, if you're a baker, you probably have everything except maybe the nuts. The nuts is not something that you use all the time. But
we keep it on hand because you never know when we want a batch. We eat a lot.
True. And then I just got this pan like this, and I just butter it, so it's already buttered. So when this gets off, I just pour it in there and leave it set up. Doesn't even take very long to set up either. Don't want to set that right on the counter. So it's like fudge, and it starts getting thicker, except this is going to 300, which is a hard crack, because you want that candy. Oh, and guys, we're going to give away a Grinch ornament. If you can see that, look how cute that is. I made that.
Didn't she do a good job, guys? That's pretty.
So if anybody wants that, just say want or comment. Even if you just comment, you'll be in the running for it, and we'll give that away.
For whoever comments the most?
Whoever comments and shares, and does all the good stuff.
Yeah.
We'll give that away. We'll send that out, and we'll get your address and mail that out to you. We'll only have about a week on it because I want to get it to you before Christmas so you can get it up on your tree. I've got another one here I've made. This one here has Harley Davidson on it. It's orange with black lettering. I don't know if you can see it on
I can see
there.
it. Pretty.
And I made one that says you'll shoot your eye out with the glasses that's all cracked, and the one with the leg, it says fragile on it. But we're giving away the Grinch today, so if anybody wants that, let us know. How long have we been on this video?
7.
7 minutes, guys, and we're getting her cooked here. Doesn't take very long. The longest part is trying to get it up to temperature. And then once it starts rising, it don't take long. Don't want it touching the bottom. See where we're at.
Smells good.
Sure does.
We need smell-o-vision.
Guys, we want to thank you for joining us and watching our videos and sharing them out and doing all that stuff for us and being subscribers or non-subscribers. We appreciate anybody that stops by. But we do love your comments. We get back to each and every comment. Unless somehow it gets missed, but I check it all the time to try and make sure that I don't miss anybody. We're about 200 right now, so we've got one more 100 to go.
And then once it's done, it goes really quick.
I touched the skillet or the pan. Oops, that's hot.
You threw out a nut.
I'm not picking it up.
I wouldn't either. It's hot.
This baby's hot.
Yeah, I'd not do that, baby.
I know. All right, guys, we'll be right back. I don't want you to just have to stand here and watch me stir this. All right, guys, we're at 300 degrees. If you can see in there, you see how thick that is? That's good. So we're going to take that off of the heat. And then we're going to put in a teaspoon of soda. Now, this will make it bubble up. So, watch out. You see that? It turns a different color. It bubbles up. Woo! Let's get our vanilla in there before it starts setting up. Stir that all up. Woo!
That makes it do it.
That sizzles too. All right. Now, let's go put that on there. We're just going to pour that out onto our buttered dish. You got to work fast because it sets up fast. Just kind of move it around. It's sliding. Look, perfect for this size dish.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And let me measure, see what size dish that is. I don't know.
Eight, a 10.
13.
13.
That's the outside. Now the inside's probably a little bit less. I got that pan on sale. I didn't even know what size it was or anything. I was like, oh, that's cute. So let's just take that. All right, guys. We'll let this set up and we'll be right back for a taste test once it cools.
Or do a taste test on all three at the end.
There you go. We can do that too. All right, guys. This is recipe number 3. We're going for hardtack candy. You don't see that much anymore. I don't. I don't know if you guys do or not, but it's so easy to make and delicious. Depends on what kind you use. Now, I'm using cinnamon today. You use one of these little drams, and if you don't like it really hot, use a half of it. And you still get the flavor, but not as hot, okay? They have lemon, butter rum, root beer, peppermint, caramel. They have all different kinds. You can choose whatever. I got mine at the Amish store, but you can get them at like Walmart or anywhere like that. Usually they're around the pharmacy, or they used to be, but now I think they do have them in like the baking aisles that you can get them. I don't know why they would be in the pharmacy all those years. So first off, we're going to put in 2 cups of sugar. And let me get one of these. We're going to put in 2/3 cup of white syrup. I'm using light corn syrup. So 2/3 cup of light corn syrup and 3/4 cup of water. Okay. So we're just going to stir that all up. Until this gets, you're going to have to use your thermometer, 260 degrees And then we're going to put in our flavoring, and do not stir, and the bubbles will incorporate that. And our food coloring, okay? Let's see if I can read this. Look at me putting on my glasses. If I can get them on. Billy likes my red ones. So we're going for 260 degrees. And then we're just going to put in the food coloring, I think. And then we'll stir in the flavoring. I have it backwards. But guys, while this is getting up to heat, I want to show you that we are going to give away this little Grinch ornament. It's plastic, so it's not the glass ones. So I made that. We're going to give that away to somebody who says want on it, or shares, or likes, or makes a comment. Anybody's eligible. And just leave something for us to know that you're here. And then you can just email us your address or instant message us on the FB page, and we'll get that out to you in the next week or so. We have a pan here, just a flat sheet pan. Got to have a little bit of a lip on it. We're going to spray that a little bit, and we're just going to pour it onto that. And then after it gets cool, then you just sprinkle some powdered sugar on it. Those look really pretty. You have different colors, like you have lemon or green and peppermint, and put them in a glass jar for Christmas and give away as gifts. I used to love to get those.
Pretty tasty.
Used to have some guy at work, his mom would make all different kinds of flavors and put them in one jar. It's like, ooh, different kinds. So let this get up to heat. Let's see where we're at. We're not even close yet, but we're going for 260. Then we're going to put in our color. The cinnamon, we're making it red, so we're just going to put in some red food coloring. I may not have enough there. I'm going to have to get out another one. I have backup. Alright guys, we're going to let this get up, and we'll be back when it starts boiling and show you what we're doing. Hey guys, what's made of leather and sounds like a sneeze?
I don't know.
A shoe.
Oh, oh, she got jokes.
All right, guys, we're at 260. You don't stir it. We're just going to incorporate some of this red food coloring. Don't know how much. Just going to squirt some in there and just let it boil until we get to 300. So that boiling is going to take care of mixing in those colors.
Oh, I can see it changing.
Mm-hmm. I may have put too much, but it's red. We'll see. So now we're just waiting for 300, and then we're going to put in this whole dram because Billy likes hot stuff.
Like you, baby.
Hot stuff. Ooh, looks like cherry juice in there now.
Mm-hmm.
Got just a little bit more to go. And once it hits this stage, really it doesn't take that long to get up there.
So what do? Just put it in a pan and then let it get cold?
I'll put it in this. We're going to spray this with some oil, or you can butter it, and pour it in there and let it cool. And then we're going to put some powdered sugar on it, crack it up, mix it all up.
So you wait till it's cool before you put powdered sugar on it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very interesting.
See? He's got questions. I like it. Alright guys, we're going to pause because I know you don't just want to stand here and watch this pot boil. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are just about 300. So you want to make sure it's hot enough at that 300 mark to make it hard crack stage, okay? So we're going to turn this off. Now, whenever you do this, because I did it wrong before, burnt the hairs right out of my nose, it felt like. I poured it in and leaned over top of it. Oh my gosh, don't do that. So it makes your house smell good though. So pour that in. Like I said, if you don't want it real strong, you don't have to use the whole thing. And then stir that up. Make sure you get it all incorporated in there or you'll just have flavor in one spot. Woo!
I can smell it.
That smells good.
Mm-hmm. It'll take your breath.
It will. Don't breathe it in. It's blowing this way. All right, guys. Let me spray this pan real quick. Just a light spray.
Well, it really smells cinnamony now.
Yeah, it does. Woo!
Woo!
All right.
Smells good, though.
Yeah, it does.
Make the house smell good. Mmm.
House smell good, and you have candy. Look at that.
That really smells good now.
Yeah, it does. Woo! Woo! All right, you see, I was coughing. I told you this stuff is strong. You want the wind blowing the other way because that will get into you, and that cinnamon is hot.
I'm still smelling it.
Yeah. So it's sitting here. We're going to let this cool, and once it cools, we'll show you. We'll break it up and put some powdered sugar on it. Oh, lemon. How do you think that lemon smell? It's the cinnamon. Just because it's so hot, that just takes your breath. But the others won't be like that. Just that cinnamon. Let me show you what size pan that is. I don't know what one that is. I got that at Jungle Jim's one day for $2.99. We was there, and I was like, oh, that's a smaller Jelly Roll pan. I need that one. So that's about 10.5 that way and 15.5 that way. Whew. All right, guys, so we'll be back when this cools. All right, we are cool. That only took about 45 minutes for it to get cool. And now we're going to break it. You can see it comes right off. You can even just twist and see how it breaks. Or you can use the end of a knife. Whatever you want to use, you gotta be careful. I used to use a butter knife. I have this little meat palette here. Mallet, not palette. Meat mallet.
Mallet.
A mallet, a palette, whatever. All right, so we're just gonna crack it in some pieces. Whoop, looky there. And however big you want. That probably looks about good. You want some big and some small. That's how thick it is. And then we're just going to pour some powdered sugar over it. Mix it up. Look at this.
Can you say yummy?
Yeah. And if you have green, you mix red and green. Make some peppermint, spearmint. Like I said, they have root beer, lemon, caramel, butter rum. I bet butter rum.
I bet butter rum's pretty good.
I have that too. So you've got some bigger ones. Just crack them again. You want them at least to be able to fit in your mouth.
Oh, you're good with that one.
I think he's saying I got a big mouth.
You are a competitive eater, right?
Yeah, with you. You'd think sometimes I am. All right, that's it, guys. Just leave that powdered sugar on it. Here, I'm going to dip this one in a little bit, and we're going to eat this one. Taste it.
I knew you would.
Ah, he knew I saved that for something. It's spicy.
The hot one?
It's good though.
Well, how can it not be? It's cinnamon.
It's not so hot that I can't eat it. And he loves cinnamon candies and stuff, so
I love it.
he would love this. So stick around. We're getting ready to do a taste test on all three. All right, guys. I hate to do this, honestly.
Yeah, right.
Let's go with peanut butter fudge first. See how soft that is? One of our favorites. Delicious. In case you didn't know.
All three of those are actually. So.
And peanut brittle. That's how thick that is. And see, it's crispy, crunchy, but not so bad it hurts your teeth. So good.
Let me see that piece.
I'm sure you can hear him crunching. And then the cinnamon, which I just tasted, but you know. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you try these recipes because they're so easy and so delicious. You can make all three of them probably within an hour and a half. So don't forget, if you want to win this ornament here, the Grinch, just comment, share, do something, say want, and we'll be giving it out to somebody in the next week or so. And then whenever we tell you who it is, you can just email us your address or instant messages on the FB. And our address is in our link there, our description. Our description underneath YouTube there, our address is. So, or you can send us a letter at P.O. Box 705 at Chillicothe, Ohio, 45601. We'd love to hear from you. And if you want a Christmas card from us, send us one and we'll send you one back. That would be fun. Send us one with a recipe in it or something.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. So, like, comment, share, subscribe, please, and help us grow. And thanks for watching the Biker Baker and Mr. Smith Show. Peace out, guys. Have a great day.